Hi everyone, today I will be your teacher Jen and welcome to my class. And today we will gonna be learn about communication. So can you imagine living in this world or this life without sending message, chatting to your friends, parents and your loved ones? In order us to be understand more, here are the basic elements of the communication. First, we have the source or the sender. Next is the message, the encoding, and the channel, decoding, feedback, and the last is the context. We use communication in our daily life, but do we know what are the processes and the methods of communication? So, bear with me and let's learn. Communication processes. So, when we say processes, it is how the communication travel or send it from sender to receiver. First is the source. So, source can be either a person, things, living things, or non-living things. It is the information came from. In this part, the listener or the receiver and the sender or the source must understand each other. And the message, it's simply the information or the ideas conveyed by the speaker or the sender. It is also how the message created. The third is encoding. So, a great speaker can also be a great encoding. So, when we are encoding, we are collecting the information, we are absorbing the ideas, opinions, in order us to understand it more better and to express it to another. And the fourth is a channel. It is the process on how we delivered or how we transfer that information into other person or into others. So there are similar ways to deliver information. It can be a mass media, print media, social and digital media, or interpersonal communication. So, it how the information processes. And fifth is the decoding. So in decoding, it is where is the listener carefully listen to the speaker in order them to absorb the ideas or the information from the speaker or the sender. And the sixth is the receiver. So when we have a sender, so we have also a receiver. So a receiver is who received the message from the source. And the seventh is the feedback. So it is important that to have a feedback. So communication is sharing thoughts or expressing ideas. So when we communicate to each other, we have also a feedback to them. We have also reciprocate our ideas or opinions. And the last is the context. The context is what is the main point or the main idea of your message delivered from the sender to the receiver. That's are the basic elements of the communication. So, we are done to our first topic, which is the processes of communication. And I hope you learned about that. And now we will proceed, or let's tackle about the methods of communication. Where is it is a ways to communicate effectively to another. It can be either used in the workplace. So now let's start. Have to something share with you 21 ways to communicate effectively into other person, or you can use it in the workplace. So First, we have the open meeting. So, in open meeting, it is easier to communicate or to express your passion or what are your opinions. So, in this kind of forum, you will be freely saying what you are want to say, and your members will not only hear or listen to you, they can also feel it. Next is we have in emails. So it is also considered as the effective way to communicate, because in this it will enable you to send your message without pulling your members in their workplace. So email is like a digital, you can send it. The next is one-on-one. So the expert proved that someone or some people can understand better if you talk them one-on-one basis. So in this part or this aspect, you must ensure that you maintain the eye-to-eye contact with them in order for the message sink in to them. Next things is we use the presentation. So some people can understand easily if picture or sounds are involved. The next we have a communication via training. So when we communicate to someone or present to our team members, we will also have to give them an opportunity to hands-on, and in order them to apply their learnings or knowledge about the specific things, and that way is also an effective way to communicate. The next we have display confidence and seriousness. If we are the source or the speaker, especially in the workplace, we have to display confidence and seriousness, because if in that part we express uncertainly things and lack of seriousness, our team members will disregard the information. The next one is use simple word. So when you are a speaker, you must also pick a simple word, because everyone cannot be on the same page and doesn't have an enough vocabulary as a speaker. So therefore, it can be effective way to communicate with them if you use simple words that help them to understand better about the information you shared to them. Next is use visual. So when you are using presentation, you will also use a visuals or a photos or videos. So it is an effective way, because they should not hear the message, they also see it, and these visuals give the rooms for a better comprehension. The next is listen to your team members. So always remember that it is a very crucial. So especially when you are a leader, it doesn't mean that you are always the one who talk. So it is important to have a 2 ears and 1 mouth, meaning you must listen them more than you speak. So it is the effective way to communicate to your team members, allowing them to express their ideas, opinions. So because everyone's ideas or opinions is a matter. The next is use body language. So use your body language will pass your message faster and better. So you must stand up straight, use smile and hand gesture, or even a eye-to-eye contact, in order for your team members will listen to you. So the next is act out your message. So as a leader, or as you are the leader, it doesn't mean that you stand in front of them and talk about the information or the ideas you want to share with them. You must also act out your message. Let them see you do what you want to do with them. So it enables them to understand more what's the point of your message. The next is use the appropriate tone of voice. So let me inform you guys that one word can mean in a different thing when it's said in a different tone. So let's know the important or valuing the emotional level of the other person. So if you use the appropriate tone of voice, you won't be misunderstood by someone. The next one is avoid unnecessary repetition. So we can use it especially when we are a speaker in front of the audience or many people. We have to use our appropriate word or avoid unnecessary repetition because it may act as a barrier to our audience or our team members. The next one is create a receptive atmosphere. To effectively communicate with your team members, you must create a receptive atmosphere. Avoid a tense environment at all costs because when you communicate in an overly intense manner, the message you are trying to share or to convey might not be well understood of the receiver or your team members. The next one is be humorous. So always put in your mind that you're not always serious. You would be also humorous when you are the speaker. So when the atmosphere it is unfriendly and intense, being humorous is the trick. So using friendly jokes when communicating with your team members, it will help them pass your message in a more relaxed way and enable them to understand it better. That's why it is also an effective way to communicate with others. The next is be articulate. Being articulate when you communicate to your team members make it easier for them to understand your message. So communication is indeed a skill that must be learned by all, especially if you want to lead any group of people. That's why it is also important, or it is also help to be an effective communicator if you are a be articulate. The next is avoid mumbling. So when you are mumble the words or speak too quickly, it might receiver or your team members can't understand or comprehend your information, and it also showing a lack of confidence. So as a leader you must display confidence. So it is a big no that to mumble the words. The next is encourage feedback. So when you are the speaker, you don't just talk and then walk. Give room for feedback so it allow you to know what you are need to improve more. So feedback is also a measurement of how effective you as a communicator. The next is be appreciative. So as a leader, appreciate your listener. Thank them for their time, their effort to listen to you. So it is important to be appreciative also because it's showing kindness to others, and it helps to create a strong relationship to our team members. That's it, everyone. I hope you can learn about our lesson for today and apply it in your daily life experiences. See you on the next lesson. Bye.